Good morning. It's election day, and my wife and I voted to end America as we know it. Just playing. We voted this morning, and I have to say, the very first item on the ballot was the presidential candidates, and I just looked at it for a solid minute, just like, I have to, don't I? And I don't like either candidate. I think they're the scum of America. I don't think either one of them is presidential in the least bit. I guess if I was going to say which candidate I hated least, it's such a tight race. Like, I would have voted for Cancer to be president if I could have. Like that. Like, I think Cancer is like more reasonable than either of these clowns. But that wasn't on the ballot. I couldn't vote Cancer. Actually, I would have loved to have voted for Bill Murray. I think Bill Murray would be a fantastic president. I don't even know what his stance is. I couldn't imagine a better president than Bill Murray. Like, I would probably agree with him no matter what. He's just Bill Murray. Bill Murray is way more presidential than either of the candidates that we have currently. And that says a lot when a comedian represents America better than, yeah. Anyway, what a depressing thought. The lines weren't too bad. It's the longest I've waited here in San Marcos to vote. I had to wait for about 15 minutes to get to the box, maybe 20 minutes. All in all, I think it took me about 30 minutes, my wife and I, about 30 minutes from walking in the door to getting out. So a lot longer than it has been in the past, which is good. You know, in all honesty, even though these two candidates are probably the worst candidates we could have ever had possibly in the whole history of the United States, it's done one thing, and it's gotten the vote out. Like, I've heard so many stories of my friends who went to vote early and had to wait an hour just to get in. It took me at least 15 or 20 minutes just to get to the booth. And it was running efficiently. Everything was fine. There was a girl there that apparently had registered in a different county, and they couldn't figure out why she couldn't vote, so they had to make calls, and then the computers were down and blah, blah, blah. But that didn't slow anybody else down. Everybody else was able to vote without any issues. But the point of what I'm trying to make is that they have gotten everybody out to vote. My wife said that she had read somewhere that for early voting, 48% of registered voters voted early. Now, traditionally, presidential elections warrant the highest number of voters to come out, and it's usually around 30%, 35%, and we're already at 48%. That means we could possibly have the highest voting turnout ever. And that is amazing. That is a wonderful thing that America has taken voting seriously. We need to make voting more accessible to people. We need to make it easier for people to vote, not harder. Tuesday, that's the day we want to go vote. We should make it a Saturday. Make it a day where majority of people are off, or make it a national holiday. If you want to keep it on Tuesday, fine. Let's make it a national holiday. Let's make it where you don't have to work at all. And if you're in the services industry or some industry that requires you to work on that day, short shifts, 4-hour shifts. Keep the polls open from 7 to 7. Make it a 12-hour span. Have 4-hour shifts that day. Cover it. Make it time and a half, whatever. No full 8-hour shifts. I mean, if we're going to take this stuff seriously, then that's what we need to do. And the fact that we have so many people turn out to vote just is awe-inspiring. You know, I am just amazed at how many people have turned out to vote, and I just love it. I absolutely love it. That's America. That's what our soldiers are fighting for. The right to have our voices heard, and we need to speak up. We need to make sure that our voices are heard. Bye.